All right, Shalom. First off, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shah by Hashem Kakudas. I want to give double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and a sincere Shalom to all the Akim out here that's doing again, pushing his work in truth and in sincerity. Okay, I want to go in on this video. Okay, what will you do when and if the dollar bill collapses? Okay, that's a important question. Okay, um, when this is from an article. Okay, what it would take for the U.S. dollar to collapse. Okay, but it says right here why currencies collapse. History is full of sudden currency collapses. Argentina, Hungary, Ukraine, Iceland, Venezuela, Zimbabwe, Germany have all experienced terrible currency crises since the 1900s. Okay, it says depending on the definition of collapse, the Russian currency calamity during 2014 could be considered another example. The root of any collapse stems from a lack of faith in the stability or usefulness of money to serve as an effective store of value or medium of exchange. As soon as users stop believing that a currency is useful, that currency is in trouble. This can be brought about through improper valuations or pegging, chronic low growth, or inflation. Okay, and you go into the store and you see, you know, uh, dozen of eggs, $50, you know, hyperinflation. What are you going to do? Okay, um, this dollar bill is weak as it is. Okay, but this is what is going to happen. Okay, you got some people who like a woman came by our camp and she was saying, oh, we get gold and silver you know to barter with. You got some people who think that that's the route. You got some people who think getting into the CBDCs are the way to go. Okay, but this is James 5:1. It says, "Go to now, you rich men, weep and howl for your miseries that shall come upon you." Right? Now we are the poor of this world, right? If anything was to happen, with the currency, you know, uh we don't have, we're not filthy rich, okay? With the money, you know, you got some people who are able to, you know, um get through the transition, you know, whatever it may be or however it may look, okay? But for the people who are poor, you know, you don't have anything, so you're not, if somebody was to say, oh, get gold and silver, everybody can't afford it, okay? James 5:2, it says, your riches are corrupted, right? As it says, to the rich men, okay, to the rich people, okay, because, the people who are rich, they're going to have, troubles too, okay? It says your riches are corrupted, right? And your garments are moth eaten. Okay, it says your wealth is rotting away, and your fine clothes are moth eaten rags. When we go into the scriptures, it say, "Lay not up treasure for yourselves." Okay, where moth and rust do corrupt. Okay, you get this word moth. Moth eaten. See what it says. Well, that's just what it means. Okay. It says, your gold and silver is cankered. It says, and the rust of them shall be a witness against you, and so eat your flesh as it were fire. You have heaped treasure together for the last days. You have people who are trying to heap up treasure for the last days. Okay, gold and silver, among other things. But the scriptures say what they say about gold and silver. It may be cool for a period of time, but what if you get robbed for that gold and silver? Okay, and it's not like you're just gonna be able to just go to someone and to your regular everyday Joe Smo and try to trade gold and silver with them. You know, you got to be you got to know where to go at to handle the gold and silver, what to do with that. Okay, in the NLT it says your gold and silver has become worthless, right? It could be the dollar bill too. Okay, it says the very wealth you were counting on will eat away your flesh like fire. This treasure have you have accumulated will will stand as evidence against you on the day of judgment. Okay? Now now we know that it's not even physical money anymore. It's a credit, based system, and it's gonna go further into being a credit based system. That's why they're gonna put, people, make people get the C hip, okay, and make it mandatory whether you're rich or poor, okay. They're gonna make it mandatory for all individuals, okay, everybody individually to get that, you know. But that that's robbery, as it is. It's already bad that you know this dollar bill, you know, um, is an IOU, okay. But paying for stuff, uh, with thin air, it's highway robbery anyway. You know, that's why there's a saying that you will have nothing to be happy. Okay, you got people who have this mindset that um oh, I could have the gold and silver is something that's tangible, something that I can touch, rather than going to go get uh the MOTB, put inside of me. You got some people who think the silver and gold, you can touch it, so that means that you have something, but really you don't really have nothing here. Everything is temporary. Okay, so this the system that they got going on, the Lord is going to this is a part of the judgment that this man has to pay for. Okay, with the thermonuclear missiles. Okay, it says, "Behold, the hire of the laborers who have reaped down your fields, which is of you, kept back by fraud." Okay, the highway robbery. Which this money system is a fraudulent system as is. Okay, even the gold and silver, the value that they put on that, you know, that's even fraudulent. Okay, right now because they trying to say that it's not as worth as much as it really should be. Okay, then when all of a sudden, you know, this USD, loses its value, now all of a sudden it's going to go up. Okay, that's why you got a lot of people that will think that that is the way to go. It says, which is kept back by fraud, which is of you kept back by fraud, cries, and the cries of them which have reaped are entered into the ears of the Lord of Sabaoth. Okay, the Lord of armies. Okay, because this man, you know, they look at us. I'm talking about the rich people, the ones that rule this world. They look at us like we're cattle. Okay, and we have to, go to work and all these different things. You don't work, you don't eat. Okay, you got to work to pay bills. When it's and then they don't do anything according to the Bible, man, because we supposed to get paid every day. Okay, you got some jobs that pay you, once a month. Some jobs pay you twice, once a week. Okay, twice, once every 2 weeks. That's fraud right there. Okay, then after you get paid, you look at your paycheck and it ain't even what you supposed to have because it's the taxes get taken out of it. They get their cut before you even get yours. Okay, but this is a part of the fraud system that we got going on. So you in the middle of struggling to get by, right? You working, it's the week you just pay for your bills, and then boom, uh, something happens to where you just got paid last week, so you got to work. Some jobs you got to work a week in a hole, you know, but you just got paid last week. You just got finished paying all these bills, and then you waiting for the next check to come, and it might not even come. And they say that you got to be able to, you got to go and get this C hip in order for you to work. You know, a lot of people gonna lose their mind, man. Okay, a lot of people are gonna lose their mind. Okay, because you robbed them. You spoiled them. You made them work, right? Then you got some banks that say, "Oh no, we ain't paying you. You don't got the money but that's another thing. Okay, let's see what we come up with. No, that's not what it. When the banks will, hold your money and won't even pay you. Okay, I believe it's called a bank holiday, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see. I could be wrong. Cause that's one of the things that people went into, uh, like India. When people in India was trying to get their money out the banks and they weren't able to. Okay, yeah, I could be wrong with the terminology. Let me see. If I'm not mistaken, it's bank holiday. Okay, this is from Federal Reserve Bank of New York, right? NewYorkFed.org, right? Why did FDR bank holiday succeed, right? Franklin Delano Roosevelt, okay? Franklin Roosevelt. It says after a month-long run on American banks, Franklin Roosevelt proclaimed a bank holiday beginning March 6th, 1933, that shut the banking system down, right? It says when the banks reopened on March 13th, depositors stood in line to return their hoarded cash. The article attributes the success of the bank holiday and the remarkable turnaround in the public's confidence to the Emergency Banking Act passed by Congress on March 9th. Okay, Roosevelt used the emergency currency provisions of the act to encourage the Federal Reserve to create de facto 100% deposit insurance in the reopened banks. The contemporary press confirms that the public recognized the implicit guarantee and as a result believed that the reopened banks would be safe. As the president explained in his first fireside chat on March 12, 1933, Americans responded by returning more than half of their hoarded cash to the banks within 2 weeks and by bidding up stock prices on by the largest ever one-day percentage price increase on March 15th, the first trading day after the bank holiday ended. The study concludes that the Bank Holiday and the Emergency Banking Act of 1933 reestablished the integrity of the U.S. payment system and demonstrated the power of credible regime shifting policies. Okay? So people take all of their money out the bank. You go to the bank, and they don't even got no money in there. You know? It's like, well, what happened? Because you could go put $1 million into the bank today, try to go get that $1 million the next day, and it's not there no more. You know, they'll call the police. Well, why do you need to take all this money out? You know, but that's how it goes, man. You know, you just got paid. The next thing you know, you paid all these bills. You don't got no money in the bank. You wait 2 weeks, then you try to go to the bank again to get some money out your account, and you don't got it. You know what the heck are you going to do? Okay, this is a fraudulent system. Okay, people are going to be crying out, losing their god daggone minds. Okay, it says you have lived in pleasure on the earth and have been wanton. Right, these are talking about the rich people who control all this, right? The top elite banking families. You have nourished your hearts as in the day of slaughter. You have condemned and killed the just, and he does not resist you, right? Well, that's pretty much it, man. The people who are at the top of the food chain, they gotta pay, okay? Because they're the ones who bring in this hell, okay? And those of us who you know are at the bottom of it, okay, who get the crumbs and everything, you know, what are you going to do? What is your answer? You know, I'll pose that as a question. You know, we don't store up, our riches. Our riches is breaking down these scriptures the proper way. Okay, trusting in the Lord. Okay, but you know, I'm gonna do a follow up video, Lord willing. You know, on more in on this topic. Okay, so with that, Lord willing, this is edifying. I want to say Assalamu till next time.